Good evening, Rams. I'm Aislinn Carrillo bringing you all the latest updates in the world of CSU sports. But first, some national sports news. After a 108-year dry spell, the Chicago Cubs finally won another World Series last night, beating the Cleveland Indians 8-7. Game 7 was a roller coaster of emotions for fans, including extra innings and a rain delay between the 9th and 10th inning, with the score tied 6-6. Ultimately, the Cubs were able to pull off the W, officially ending the famous Cubbies curse. After the Cubs won, CSU reposted an old tweet sent out by President Tony Frank in February of 2016. The tweet said, "It is a rare CSU snow day. Does this mean 2016 will be the year the Cubs win the World Series? Signed, TF." So shout out to Dr. Frank for predicting the miraculous win, and here's to hoping for another snow day at CSU this coming winter. After last week's bye, the Colorado State football team is back at it as the Rams take on Fresno State Saturday at 1:30. Last year, it was nothing less of an intense game at Fresno State. CSU overcame a 17-point lead with its first 3 scores made by special teams, 2 of which being touchdowns. Early in the third, CSU found itself in the end zone again, this time by offense, with a run by Izzy Matthews, and then to top off the game, an incredible pass from Nick Stevens to Joe Hansley, making the final score 34-31, Rams win. The Rams may have an advantage this weekend, as the Bulldogs have had a tough season so far. Fresno State has yet to win in conference play and just recently let go of head coach Tim DeRuyter. On offense, we're looking at 2 fairly new quarterbacks here. Both Chase and Virgil and Nick Stevens saw the field in the previous season, took some time off for their own considered reasons, and now both hold the starting quarterback position. These QBs are also similar in terms of accuracy passing, both completing a little over half of their attempted passes so far this season. With last week's rest and this week's solid set of practices, CSU's going into this weekend fresh and ready to compete. Coach Mike Bobo has recently recognized the competition within practice and how players are putting in full effort and taking every opportunity to get better and potentially see the field this weekend.
If we want to finish the way we say we want to finish, then we've got to put in the work, and we got to expect to play well on Saturday, because I will say it again. I said it yesterday in the press conference. I think this is a talented football team that we're about to play. That's got a lot of playmakers on both sides of football.
The CSU volleyball team now sits at 9-2 in conference play after Saturday's sweep against Utah State. Lots of preparation went into tonight's match against UNLV, and if the Rams defeat the Rebels, their record would improve to 10-2 and also let CSU clinch the first place spot in the Mountain West. Tonight is bound to be a great match, and in just a few hours we will all know who claims the top spot in conference. Tomorrow night, the CSU women's basketball team will kick off its season facing CSU Pueblo at Moby Arena. Both teams have been tabbed to win their chosen conferences. However, the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference is much less competitive in comparison to the Mountain West. And finally, be on the lookout for preseason player of the year. Ellen Nystrom, as her highly anticipated final season at CSU starts tomorrow. To close out the night, we'll take a quick look at the weekend ahead. Ram fans can make their way to Moby Arena tomorrow night as CSU women's basketball will finally open up their 2016-2017 season. Saturday, the football team will host Fresno State at 1:30. To finish off your day full of CSU athletics, head to Moby Arena to support the CSU volleyball team as they take on the University of New Mexico at 7. And as always, be sure to visit thecollegian.com and click on that sports tab for full coverage of all your CSU sports this weekend. Entertainment anchor Emma Iannacone is up next.